match number 1 of Trackmania Pro League Season 3 Qualifier number 3 between Aurel, MathiCs, Piana and DexteR. Chat's predictions at the moment that MathiCs and Aurel will take it, with DexteR a close second in that favouring. So let us see if the chat will be right. So let's take a look at the maps as well. We'll start on Kids in Love, then second Sin City, third Toxic, fourth Sia Online, and fifth Zarathustra. A very interesting lineup of maps here. We've got the difficult ones and Kids in Love, Toxic, kind of spread out a little bit here around the start, as well as Sin City, a bit of an easier map, and Zara a bit of an easier map at the end. So be very interesting to see what kind of points we'll be looking at going forward in this match, but we will be getting started off once this warm-up is done. Quick update, guys, we'll be to 120 points cup mode with finalist mode enabled. There will only be 2 players who go through this winner bracket, so this is a winner bracket semi-final, as there's only 8 players. The top 2 proceed to the winner bracket final, and the bottom 2 drop down to the lower bracket. So what time was that done? I can't see. A 1:04.78 done by someone. I'm pretty sure it was MathiCs. But a close match is what I'm predicting as well, Flo. But let's see how we do. And round number 1 will be starting off momentarily. We'll go with the chat's favourite, MathiCs. Here we go. Round number 1 on Kids in Love. DexteR already dropping down with an early mistake. Going through this kind of long right-hander here. We still have a very tight pack up here at the top. Aurel kind of extending into a bit of a lead. Piana cut that corner a bit too close. Got a bump as he went too close to the inside, and does crash into the pole and will drop very far back. So Aurel and MathiCs are the 2 left in the battle for the front. MathiCs got the better of Aurel in the time attack seeding here, and gets the better of Aurel in that right hand hairpin there. Let's go back to Aurel, who now has to chase. Goes a bit wider to get a bit more speed, but MathiCs has already built up a 3/10 advantage, so MathiCs can almost afford to save here, but we've seen how much time can be caught up in this last corner alone by some players. MathiCs needs to do it well, and he does. So this position should stay the same as long as the players don't mess it up. MathiCs going for the safe finish, as he should, and he does take it for 105.4. Aurel second, Piana third, and DexteR fourth. So the points, as you see there, 10 for first place, 6 for second place, 4 for third, and 3 for fourth. Thanks for the I'm not sure how to say that, the long OW. Fuck it, I'll go with that. Thank you, enemy. Appreciate it. And we move into round number 1. Welcome, Mikes. Happy to see you here, my loyal Krankenwagen creator. Nevertheless, we'll go with Piana here in round number 2. Just to explain quickly, Chloe, it's the first to 120, and then once you reach 120 points, you activate finalist mode, and once you have finalist mode, you need to win 1 more round to secure your position. So if I have 120 points, then I need to win a round, then I'm first, or second if someone else has already got first. But we see here DexteR is far in lead here over MathiCs and Piana here at the moment. We saw Aurel dropping down earlier on. And DexteR is up at the top here on a storming time here at the moment. He's looking to get vengeance on his other players for denying him the round win earlier. So I suppose it was him that denied it by crashing. Anyway, we see him going through the end with a 3/10 lead here. And he does secure it for 105.1, with Piana getting second. What happened to MathiCs? Can he finish? He won't finish in time, so big problem there for MathiCs. Loses out in all possible points, and now the points look a bit funny here. We have DexteR in first, despite finishing last in the previous round, and Aurel, MathiCs and Piana all joint on second place here at the moment. And yes, CC, we do have TMPL today, so strap yourself in, as we'll have quite a day in front of us. Check out schedule if you want to see when the matches will be taking place. So we'll go with MathiCs again in this round, as he is in the group at the front. Take a quick check back to Aurel though. Where is he? We're just slightly about 2/10 behind, but we'll go back up to MathiCs here. So he's battling for the lead here with a very tight pack, but MathiCs has to go wider there. And MathiCs makes a mistake though. He didn't do that right. He needed to go onto the other section of track there. Perhaps he's not used to crashing there, panicked a little bit, and now he will not get any points once again. So MathiCs being put at a disadvantage in this match early on. So despite his good time attack performance here, it is not ringing true in the full match. Piana though looking for a very, very useful 10 points. DexteR looking to overtake Aurel here early on in this finish straight though, but Aurel will take it by 1/100th of a second, with Piana getting first place and 10 points. Good race by second and third place. Now Piana takes first place with 20 points, DexteR 17, Aurel 16, and MathiCs, despite winning the first round, is down to last place here at the moment. So let's check out the Gamers Origins representative in this match. Sorry, that's this match here, with it being Aurel. This is the first matches Aurel's played on these maps, whereas MathiCs has played on them in Gamers Assembly. Piana and DexteR have played on them in the earlier TMPL qualifiers. So Aurel perhaps put at a competitive disadvantage, if not a skill disadvantage. He's a very strong player, of course. But we see here at the moment perhaps inexperience on matches on these maps causing problems for Aurel. But he gets a good hairpin there, overtakes Piana, and goes into third place here. MathiCs trying to stay ahead, but we see DexteR. Almost MathiCs can't even see DexteR's tail lights here. He's that far ahead. 0.4 of a lead for DexteR. He can just afford to safe the end, but it doesn't look like he's doing so. Takes a lot of speed through that and gives himself a narrow line. A bit kind of awkward there for DexteR, but as he's far in front, he can afford to just safe, and he brings home the 10 points to 105-1. MathiCs does eventually get second, Aurel third, and Piana does get fourth. So all players finishing this time around, with DexteR leapfrogging Piana into the lead. However, Piana still staying in second place, with Aurel and MathiCs rounding off the rest of the pack in that order. So we move on to map number 2, which will be Sin City by MD Point. Seen DexteR perform very well here despite having quite a lot of problems with crashes. He proved that he's a very fast player here, but it's just as to how you'll cope with other players of an equal speed around him is the question. Especially in finalist mode, DexteR noted had a lot of problems on Sin City against Alexor and myself in the previous 2 qualifiers. So this is the second map in the pool, so it will either come down to Kids in Love or Sin City if he doesn't run away with it. So interesting to see who will be taking it. See MathiCs in the lovely Venture Esports car skin here. Player from the Netherlands. Of course, as I said, played in these maps in Gamers Assembly. I believe finished 20 in a kind of bracket of 24th. Let me just check. Just for my own satisfaction, so to speak. So MathiCs got in the bracket of 25th to 29th. So very good job there by MathiCs. Going along with some very strong players in that kind of side of things. He's a third Dutchie in TMPL. He should have got WAG to continue training. Anyway, we will be going live in round number 1 on Sin City. And we're going to start off with Aurel, who is currently on 20 points here at the moment. Where is Aurel? My hotkeys are not working. I was not in the right tab. There we go. Aurel. Third. Yeah, I know. Anyway. Oh, Aurel and DexteR getting the no drift there. It's a very tricky corner. If you drift too early, you almost always get a no drift unless, of course, you neo. But that means Piana and MathiCs are in place here to capitalise. But MathiCs already makes a big mistake. Lost a bit too much speed in the long right-hander there. Had to jump very far down. And he does fall very far back. MathiCs has an easy round here. He has a 7/10 lead here. Oh, he might have been some of it that corner there, but he can afford to just safe the remainder of this track. You see he is using wide lines, not going close to the barriers as he doesn't need to. All he just needs to do is get in safe. Other players might be catching up, but he still does not need to risk. Nice wide line there from good speed, making sure he gets to the finish. 105.7 by MathiCs, getting the 10 points home. Aurel getting second, DexteR third, and Piana won't finish. So Piana drops straight down to the bottom. Okay, Piana asked to wait. And the players are waiting. So, good to see. They will have to retire this round though. It won't count for a round, so we'll just go back to round number 2. Welcome, my cat is a dog. I approve of your name and I enjoy it. Thank you for joining my stream today. It is a sunny day and we are on good games here with DexteR, MathiCs, Aurel and Piana with only an 8-point gap between them. Move into second round on Sin City here. Welcome, Christian. Or Chris, I'm just going to call him because it's confusing me. Anyway, Piana likes to be fine here. Respect him from the start. No one gets a no drift here, so they drift a little bit later. DexteR touches on the right hand side there though, so not great going through this map so far for DexteR. Piana makes again another mistake in that fast right hander. So go back up to Aurel, who is this time starting off better and in a battle with MathiCs. Aurel going more inside there, so it gets him a better line here and allows him a bit of kind of breathing room to be going through that section. It doesn't need to take it as fast. Has a bit of reaction time, but as you can see, MathiCs taking it with more speed does allow himself to build up a bit of a gap. So MathiCs taking that section a bit better, but as I say that, he cuts it a bit too close on the exit, crashes, and will sacrifice the lead to Aurel. And he will drop down to third place here at the moment, but Aurel, all he needs to do, again, safe the finish. And again, a safe round here for the leader. And easy end there from Aurel, and he does take home the 10 points. So DexteR gets second. MathiCs has to settle for 4 points, and Piana all the way to the back on 3 points again. So trouble for Piana. He's now 11 points behind the first position. But we move here into round number 3, and we'll focus on the Dutch player this time. He's currently in third position here at the moment. He needs to be getting himself in a better position though. Again, top 2 go through, and at the moment that is DexteR and Aurel. The German from THE and the French player from Gamers Origins, but this time it seems to be everyone gets off to a good start here. Aurel has dropped slightly back, but only 3/10. MathiCs bottoms out a little bit in that corner, maybe didn't want to risk it. We now see DexteR up in the lead here, taking good speed going through here, as is Piana, going into this slow kind of winding right hander here. Oh, and Piana clips going through the kind of tight section there. MathiCs going for it though, going for some tighter lines, trying to catch up in DexteR. Seen DexteR having some trouble under pressure here in these, especially in this section, but makes it through no problem. MathiCs risking it, going over the little corner there. Aurel's not too far behind, but this is a battle to be seen for first place. MathiCs with a bit more speed, and it's going to come to who risks it more. DexteR has to adjust, and MathiCs takes first place, the 104.86, with a great race there coming out, just taking it in the last corner. DexteR getting second, and Aurel getting third, and Piana doesn't finish once again. So bad news for Piana, and he does drop even further behind, but now the battle for second place is really heating up. Aurel and MathiCs on 40 points, and DexteR only ahead by 3. So let's watch DexteR this time. A bit kind of shaky at the start, but he gets through. DexteR, however, gets a gear down there, so he will drop slightly further behind, but Piana's also had a bit of trouble. So let's see if he can catch up on anyone. Piana doesn't seem to be doing that corner right, and as you see there, he crashes and has more trouble. MathiCs and Aurel are the ones in the lead here at the moment, but we've seen DexteR in this mid to late section can go very fast. And he is only 2/10 behind here. Oh, going very close to the inside there. That means he doesn't get a smooth landing though, so he doesn't gain as much speed. You see he drops down by 1/10. Let's go up to Aurel here, chasing down MathiCs. Less than 1/10 between the two of them here. MathiCs going more inside Aurel for more speed. Once again, will Aurel have enough speed though? MathiCs, can he safe this finish? He does. He was lagging there. I thought he went inside the wall there, but he manages to get it through with a 104.8 there. With Aurel getting second place with another 105.0. So good job there by both MathiCs and Aurel, getting good points here, but that means MathiCs going from last in this map goes straight up to first. And Piana crashed and burned there. I think less than 10 points on that map there. down on 29. Aurel, however, now in the danger zone. 46 points in third place. However, only 1 point ahead is DexteR on 47 here. Oh, to spoil the other match, you're welcome to, mate. MathiCs a machine, yeah, that's what we're seeing. Hello, Seb. How are you doing today? Move on to what I would say is the most difficult map of this pack, which is Toxic by Bastamon. It'll be very interesting to see if the players can keep any sort of consistency on this map. I know firsthand it's very difficult. And thank you very much, Seb. Really appreciate it, man. I'm really happy I got through it. I worked hard enough for it. Alexa running away. Ooh. So is that again? That's Alexa, Bits, Papu, and Easy, if I remember right. MathiCs doing the warm up nicely though, showing that he's not only. Let's see if he can not only pull out good times, but consistency on a map like this will be the most important part. So let's focus on Piana actually this time, who is on the comeback trail. All players off to a good start here though. Aurel drops slightly back. DexteR going too wide there, makes a mistake and drops down to last position, losing a few tenths. Might be able to catch up going through this section by taking the inside line, but we will see. Piana getting a good turn there, but loses a bit of speed due to taking a bit too inside. This is a decisive sectional. MathiCs risks it, going over as much of the corner as they can afford to. Piana gets a bit more speed though. We will have an awkward line going through here. He won't get the gear up that he'll be looking for, so that means Aurel now catches, but Piana can take the inside line due to having less speed. However, MathiCs running away with it a bit in first place here, with a bit of 2/10 lead. Oh, Piana crashes just going over that, and he won't make it, so another no finish for Piana. DexteR will make it, but now the battle is between MathiCs and Aurel. 2/10 of a gap here. MathiCs going really inside there, but he will get it no problem with a 105.7. Aurel getting second, so good job so far by MathiCs. He's keeping consistent times here. However, he's not being put under as much pressure as you'd expect from these sort of players. We'd expect DexteR to be doing more, Aurel to be doing more, and even Piana's certainly no slouch. But Piana's just making too many mistakes here. Let's watch our French comrade from Gamers Origins though. Also was at Gamers Assembly, however was in the Dirt category. We see early mistakes here by former teammates MathiCs and Venture. Sorry, I was about to say MathiCs and Venture there. MathiCs and DexteR. And where's DexteR? Is DexteR retired? Let's take a look. DexteR has retired. And MathiCs makes a mistake now. So now we are left with Piana and Aurel. Let's move up to Aurel here. Looking good up in first place. There's a 2/10 lead here over Piana. Piana slightly catching up though. Let's take a look at him. And for a bit of risk there, trying to get a bit more speed perhaps. Oh, he goes inside here. Good speed by Piana, but it won't be enough. Ooh, Aurel kind of crashed the finish a little bit there. MathiCs will also finish. So 10 points now for Aurel. Keeps himself in the kind of fight for first place. I love my name with the English accent, the Scottish accent, DJ Aurel. I'll let you off with it though. Scottish accent. I'm a nice guy. Focus on MathiCs once again. DexteR, however, off to a good start this time. Let's focus on him, see what he can do. He got a gear down there, means he can go more inside, and means he will get a smoother landing. As you can see now, oh, we get a middle of the road bug there. Unfortunately for him, will he make it smooth? Only just. DexteR's very capable. Let's see if he can catch up here, taking a lot of speed through there, but it means he had to drop some speed to make it clear it. Sorry, to make it easier on himself rather. Piana went a bit too close to the right there and did crash. MathiCs loses speed, so now he's under pressure here. And he crashes. So, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come when MathiCs is under pressure. I know we've got quite a few of these fans in the chat, but DexteR looking for a comfortable win here. MathiCs closest behind him with a second and a half. Ooh, goes for the safe finish though? Question mark? Did have enough of a gap though. MathiCs gets second, Aurel third, and Piana fourth. No problem, Aurel. I'll let you off with it just this once, as long as you remember next time. However, round number 4 we go on to on Toxic. Let's go on DexteR again. Watch him through the start. And MathiCs appear to be getting the best starts. However, DexteR makes lots of mistakes going through here. It's through no problem this time. Ooh, MathiCs once again making a mistake. Not a good tone to set for MathiCs. DexteR off to a great start here though. Oh, had to adjust his line there to avoid crashing. He does it very well. On a great time here so far as DexteR leaving his opponents behind. With Piana and Aurel being the closest, approximately 4/10 behind. DexteR in the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the back of the pack. Where's MathiCs? Very close here. We'll go up to Aurel. Trying to catch Piana. Piana, oh, he's going wide. Does Piana will have more speed though, but oh, Piana crashes in the black part. Piana, oh, he needs to take it, and he does. Only just though. That was excruciating for Piana. Does make the mistakes and bins some badly needed points for him. He walks away with only 3 there, leaves himself on 41 points. Aurel on 70. DexteR on 71 and MathiCs on 76, so the gap is very close up here at the top. A very tricky finish, it must be said. Chloe, I know you see the players pull it off quite easily there, but we've seen a round yesterday actually in one of the winner bracket match or the loser bracket matches where there was 3 players all within a 10th or 2 of each other, and every single one of them failed to finish and none of them could finish, so we ended up having a round with 0 people finishing it. So, anything can happen with a finish like that, but certainly anything can happen with a finish like this one. A lot of question marks were raised when this map was first seen. It's a very fast map, very risky map. However, it can be easy if you know how to safe it. Again, most of the points are just if you try and take it as fast as possible. It's very tight angles like this one, going very close to the left and the right on exit. Same with this, left on entry, right on exit. And a close angle going through into the right here. MathiCs showing how it's done though. Very nice line there by MathiCs. But the finish is by far the most interesting point on this map. Not a finish I've seen before in a competitive map. Very painful to learn, I can vouch firsthand. Seem to go kind of down to the bottom there and go full left and jump into the finish, which is actually a lot more difficult than it looks. But MathiCs doing well there, a 106.19. We expect players to be getting low 106s. Anything in the 105s would be a spectacular match time. So let's go with Aurel here, who did keep with MathiCs at the start and the warm-up. So, and there's a player who needs points here. Needs to leapfrog DexteR. Let's see if he'll do it though. Aurel went a bit too wide there though, so I had to release. See MathiCs up here at the top though, but this corner can decide a lot. See DexteR going for it, gets good speed, but it's very, very shaky there from him. Aurel at the back here though, so let's jump a little bit forward. We'll go to Piana here. Second place, almost joint with DexteR, 100 separating them. Piana risks it going through there though, and DexteR crashes. So now it's up to MathiCs and Piana in first and second. MathiCs doesn't get the best line going through there and loses a bit of speed on the entry to that corner, but gets a good exit, so he might be able to secure this round over Piana going very inside though. And he does look like he'll take it no problem. Both players can afford to safe finish here. MathiCs fails it! Piana just gets it in no problem, and Aurel actually takes the first place. MathiCs somehow manages to turtle down into the lower finish. I was very, very lucky there for Aurel and very unlucky there for both DexteR and Piana. This is a winner bracket semi-final, Blinkbait. I think you cursed him a little bit there, soldier. I'm going to tell him. He's going to blame you. Aurel. We'll focus on him this time. Now the points leader up at 80 points. Only 40 points away from getting the finalist spot. Off to a good start here. He's got the lead. However, MathiCs took more speed out of that corner. Aurel drops a bit of speed going through there though. So you see MathiCs will edge slightly closer to him. Piana has made a mistake. Where's DexteR? DexteR's catching up a slight bit as well. Goes more inside than MathiCs. MathiCs can take more speed but doesn't get the best angle. DexteR goes for a bit more of a drift there. MathiCs taking a lot of speed, overtakes Aurel for the lead, but making this difficult on himself. Aurel gets airtime though. That means he will drop back. Now DexteR has a chance to overtake, but doesn't get a lot of speed through the long left. It's all going to come down to the ending here. DexteR going a bit wider. Does get a tiny bit more speed, but who's going to have it? DexteR going a bit lower, and DexteR just misses out 7,000ths of a second there behind Aurel and has to settle for 4 points. MathiCs takes home in first place with the 10 points, a 106.2. Great time there by MathiCs and takes back his first place. And just so you know, the world records are not up to date, Nath. Not all of them. Only the See It On Land one is up to date. Nevertheless, we'll focus on DexteR here at the start. And he does get off to a good start there for DexteR. Much faster than his previous runs. A 21.4 one hell of a CP to start off with. So let's see what DexteR can do. Is it now time for DexteR to switch on? Very, very fast start here from DexteR. He's on a hell of a run here at the moment. Let's keep with him, see what he can do. Goes a bit wider than is possible there, but he might be at the stage now where he knows he's on a good run. He should know that he can safe it here. He's 0.3 ahead. Drops a bit of speed going through there though, but again, he doesn't need to be taking it this fast. A very strong time here at the moment, but loses a bit of time going through there. Nevertheless, should see him taking first place. Oh, going a bit close to that barrier though. Oh, he's not making it easy on himself, but he does get a 0.1 to bring home the first position. MathiCs does overtake Piana in the later stages of the track to get second place, and Aurel has to settle for last now. So MathiCs on 95, a 6 point lead here, but Aurel and DexteR are on the exact same amount of points. And again, the top two go through to the winner bracket final, and the bottom two get sent down to the lower bracket stages. So let's watch Piana here, who's doing a bit better on this, but not as good as he needs to be doing if he wants to continue further in the winner bracket. There's quite a bit of points behind. DexteR though, going to be putting himself a bit more points behind if he keeps up with mistakes like that. Piana though slightly behind, does risk a little bit going through there though to keep up with MathiCs and Aurel due to his bad approach. Does drop a bit of time though as he touches that little kind of hill there. Goes inside though, drifts a bit too much, loses speed. DexteR's maybe catching up on him, but the battle here is between Aurel and MathiCs. MathiCs gets that much better. Goes a bit wide there though. Does manage to keep it smooth though, so great job going through there by MathiCs, and Aurel is falling further behind MathiCs. A good line going through there though. Is keeping himself in a good time here. Goes a bit wide on exit, but gets himself in no problem. Ooh, and a kind of close finish there, but 106.3 by MathiCs, and now getting himself a bit of a lead over his closest opponent Aurel by 10 points. So MathiCs 105, Aurel 95, DexteR 92, and Piana now down on 58 as we move on to Zarathustra by Sparko and Ike. DexteR on paper should breeze through these qualifiers, but DexteR is not nearly as trained as you'd expect him to be. I believe he's only been training these maps within this last week, or at least a week running up to the qualifiers 1 and 2, and I don't believe he was kind of training a lot, so to speak, so that might be why you're not seeing the same DexteR that you're used to. Nevertheless, he's still showing bits of brilliance here and there, sick times when he feels like it, but just not the consistency that we're used to seeing from him. As I said, perhaps just not trained as much. Receipt, of course, we know he's good. He's won every TA qualifier so far. Yo, DexteR, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. So let's get an idea how the other one's going. Can check that out for you. So the other one at the moment, DexteR's already reached finalist mode. Papu on 88 points, Easy on 82 points, and Bits on 62 points. So DexteR looking strong. He wants this to be his qualifier. He's had enough of messing around. And here we go, round number 1 on Zara, Sparkle map, and it is just about the last map in this cycle actually. So we'll focus on DexteR this time, who is a player to watch here. He is in 3rd place, which is not the best position he wants to be in. He wants to be in 2nd or 1st, and he starts off well here, going a bit wide there, has to release perhaps. So you see here MathiCs and Aurel are hunting him down, but Piana is behind. Piana out of the battle for 1st place already. DexteR and Aurel going very wide here. Go up to Aurel. Had quite a tight entry there. MathiCs trying to get his nose ahead, trying to get himself up to the 1st and 2nd positions. Aurel has to adjust there. MathiCs though had to release as he went a bit too wide. DexteR still up in the lead. Oh, he doesn't get as much speed going through there though. Aurel can risk this. Aurel with more speed. Is he going to take DexteR in the end? He's going really tight. He just misses out by 400ths there. And just has to settle for 2nd there. And now DexteR leapfrogs him into 2nd place. So 101 points for Aurel, 102 for DexteR, 109 for MathiCs. I'm very well, thank you, DexteR. Nice to see you here, man. Yo, yeah. Round number 2 here. MathiCs lead shortened to 7 points here. Now the players are getting close to the finalist mode. We can expect at least one finalist by the end of this map, but it's definitely not going to be Piana. Piana makes another mistake. There's DexteR though. DexteR made a slight error and now has to work from the back, but Jaja, shall I call him. DexteR again, 0.2 behind this time, but we've seen he can have good ends here, so you never know. Oh, look at this battle here between Aurel and MathiCs. MathiCs with more speed but more outside. MathiCs still getting a much better exit of that corner there. Aurel trying to go more inside to catch up here. Needs to be careful, he isn't too greedy with the corner though. 0.2 behind, even DexteR's catching up with Aurel here, but Aurel goes wider, make sure he's got the speed, and MathiCs will take 1st position at 0.96. DexteR does eventually finish, but Aurel gets 2nd place, no problem, with a 100. Sorry, DexteR getting 102, Aurel a 101, and MathiCs 100. So that puts MathiCs up in 119, but he won't be able to get finalist. Sorry, he will be able to get finalist this round, but this is the best chance his opponents will have to catch up. So MathiCs, all he needs to do is finish this round to get finalist, but he wants to deny his opponents as much finalist opportunities as possible. As I have noticed quite a lot from MathiCs, seems to struggle with finalist mode, it must be said. Let's see if he can break that kind of curse he's had to endure in this match. So DexteR, bit too far behind to come back here, so let's go up to Aurel, who'll look to be getting himself closer and closer to finalist here. And he does want to stop any kind of momentum MathiCs will be gathering. And Aurel with good speed, although maybe not the best of lines. Aurel very close to the right hand side there. Doesn't get the best exit, so MathiCs does overtake. And however, Aurel, we're kind of interchanging between who has the best exits of these corners, but Aurel gets the gambit, so to speak, and takes 1st place for 101.02. And DexteR actually overtakes MathiCs at the end there by 0.02 of a second. So that brings DexteR within finalist mode potential just due to overtaking him there. In fact, it would have been 110 anyway. However, this is MathiCs' 1st finalist attempt. Where's the support for MathiCs in the chat, guys? Where's that Venture Army went? Supporting their boy here. Looking to go forward here. DexteR, however, wants to get himself on finalist as well. As in first place, MathiCs makes a mistake, goes too wide. Aurel crashes as well. MathiCs needs to take first place here. And also he needs to try and deny DexteR as well. So if anyone else manages to overtake DexteR, that will deny him a finalist. Aurel only needs to finish, but MathiCs needs this first place here. He's 3/10 behind though. DexteR needs to make a mistake. DexteR should know though, he's an experienced player. He should know he can just safe the remainder of this round though. DexteR with a 0.4 lead, going very wide though. MathiCs seems to have made a bit more mistakes. DexteR though, make it easy on himself and he will just get through with a 100.8. And now we have 3 finalists. DexteR finalist, Aurel finalist, and MathiCs finalist. Hold on, wee bit of troll here. Piana 71 points at the moment, so yep, he's gonna have a bit of a mountain to climb here. So basically, Despa, you have 3 finalists and there's only 2 places to go into the winner bracket final. Which players are participating for Venture? The ones that are already qualified only is Dutchy, and the ones that are attempting to qualify are MathiCs in this qualifier and Bits in this qualifier as well. So we'll go back to Kids in Love here. We see DexteR and MathiCs had the best performances here, although MathiCs made a lot of mistakes if I remember right. Pardon me. Welcome, Swear. All the players showing why this map can be lethal, every single one of them crashing that hairpin. The same maps you were no lifing for GA. Triple kill. Yeah, Wagon Scary are not participating. I know Scary isn't participating just because I believe he doesn't have time. I'm not really sure about Wag though, because I know he already was trained. Oh, don't you worry about me, Coco. Always get time for you. Anyway, round number 1. Will this be the final round in the battle for first place here? Let's watch MathiCs, who did get finalist first of all. And let's see what he can do in round number 1. So, starts off slightly at the back. DexteR up here in the lead already. The pack is relatively close though. Piana's still in the mix here. Is Piana going to be the danger man? MathiCs though crashes the pole and already drops down to last place here. DexteR's on a hell of a time here. Let's focus on DexteR here at the moment. He has a 3/10 lead. He can even afford to save this. Oh, he just gets through that, no problem though. Where's Aurel? Aurel's 3/10 behind. MathiCs far behind. Piana still 3/10 behind. But is this going to be DexteR's opportunity to get in the winner bracket final? He needs to save the end here. 4/10. However, he can still ruin it here, but he looks as if he's got it no problem. He can afford to even safe finish here. Goes for the risky finish, makes it no problem though. And DexteR will be your first winner bracket finalist from this match. And he takes it home with a 104.8, which is a great time there by DexteR. And he is through in his first time of asking. Now, Aurel and MathiCs are left, and Piana didn't get any points there, so it doesn't look like he's going to be going any further. But here we go. Let's watch Aurel now. We have 1 spot left in the winner bracket final. Aurel and MathiCs. Who's going to take it? Is Piana going to make it go even longer? Who knows? Oh, MathiCs going very fast through there. A lot of risk. MathiCs doesn't want to make this go any longer. He wants this all over and done with now. Let's go straight up to him. He has in the lead by 0.2 of a second. This section can be very dangerous though. He gets through it without instant. Is this going to be MathiCs on his way to the winner bracket final? Aurel's getting closer. Aurel right next to him though, with a lot of speed going through there. And now the pressure is on for these players. Aurel gets a bump though, going over the black borders. MathiCs goes really wide there though. Will Piana be able to overtake? Piana gets a little bump going over there. MathiCs, he gets through the ending. All he needs to do is safe. And MathiCs will be your second winner bracket finalist. And GG for him, a 105.3. And Aurel and Piana drop down to the lower bracket. And MathiCs and DexteR will continue to the winner bracket final. GG.